Good morning. Welcome to the second session, and I know it's going to be wonderful also. As a 12-year member of the Coweta County Board of Education, it is quite an honor to introduce Coweta student Augie Fruitnick. And you'll understand why the hesitation gave me a fit. This incredible young man has been a member of my children and youth church music program since he was in the first grade. When assigning speaking parts for a program or a musical, I always gave Augie the longest part because I knew that within just a short time, not only would he have his part learned, but everybody else's part learned. And that would be a way that I could eliminate the need for a prompter at the program. Augie is an 8th grade student at Madras Middle School in Coweta County. As he shares his story with you, you will see several themes appear. Number one, Augie's family has advocated for him and supported him every step of the way. His mother is in her first year as the special education parent mentor for our school system, a job that allows her to share what she has learned through their journey together and empower and support other families. Number two, a teacher support system, both regular education and special education, that has high expectations for all of the students. A student who understands his strengths and his weaknesses and is able to articulate his needs. Number four, a strategic partnership among parents, teachers, and students, all working together toward the same goal, and an amazing outcome for a wonderful young man. I give you Augie Fruitnick.
Hi, I'm Augie Fruitnick. I'm in 8th grade. Like Ms. Sue said, I'm in 8th grade at Madras Middle School in Coweta County. Thank you for inviting me to speak and for not making me wear a tie. I really don't like ties. If you got to know me, you would find out I have a very literal brain. When I was in kindergarten, my teacher told us to write about what we wanted to be when we grew up. She told us we could be anything we wanted to be. I wrote about being a beaver. The teacher called me up to her desk and said, Augie, I wanted you to write about a job you wanted. You wrote about being a beaver. I replied, oh, what job I want to be. I want to be a zookeeper. I'll write about that. Now that I'm 14, I realized I cannot grow up to be an animal, but I still believe that I can grow up to be anything I want to be. I want to be a math teacher, but that could change. I might decide I want to be a circus clown. I started preschool at our church when I was 1. I did not play with the other kids. I mainly lined up cars. I loved alphabet letters. My preschool teachers said I was no trouble at all. Well, except that day I hit my head on the rocking chair and had to get stitches. When I was 2, my mom and dad taught my Sunday school class at church. They were shocked at how different I was. The other kids were talking, asking for things, and playing with each other. I was still lining up stuff and playing with alphabet letters. By then, I could say the alphabet backwards, could spell some words, and I could count pretty high. My mom knew I was smart, but she worried because I did not talk like the other kids. Mom told the doctor she was worried. He told her she needed to get a hobby and stop worrying so much. She wanted me to do speech therapy. The doctor rolled his eyes, but he gave her the number for Babies Can't Wait. Babies Can't Wait did some testing and found out my language skills were way behind. I was years behind, and I was only 3. My mom was pretty freaked out. I went to a developmental pediatrician. That's who told my parents that I had autism spectrum disorder. That first doctor was not optimistic about my future. She said I might never talk. She said I might not ever function in mainstream society. She didn't believe in me. I'm grateful that my parents did not listen to that first doctor. My mom found another doctor. That doctor said, "We've got work to do." If my mom and dad did not hear those words, I probably would not be here to tell you all of this. That doctor figured out that I was not getting nutrition from my food, and I have a bunch of food allergies. I'm so allergic to milk that one time my mom took me to a dairy farm, and she wanted me to see the cows. She rolled down the window, and I immediately broke out in hives. I didn't even get out of the car. I did a bunch of therapy, and I drank a bunch of yucky vitamin drinks. My parents worked with me a lot, and we did lots of appointments. They stuck me a lot to find out what my blood work looked like. It was hard. I threw a lot of tantrums. Mom got tired and cried. Dad had trouble paying the bills. My sister drove us all crazy. We all got frustrated sometimes, but that hard work helped me be who I am today. I'm in regular classes, even gifted classes. I have lots of friends. I play clarinet in the pep band and wind ensemble. I'm a member of my church youth group, and I play youth handbells. I'm also in Scouts and was just elected assistant senior patrol leader of my scout troop. I don't have an IEP anymore. I don't need one. My parents believed in me. My doctors, therapists, and teachers believed in me. And now I believe in myself and my future. I believe I can be anything I want to be. Maybe not a beaver, but perhaps a math teacher or a circus clown. Thank you.